many as young. I said, up and down, so you get in January.
That's what's the sound, man.
Moments aside, this is exactly how I look.
Sir, what's a minimum?
Whatever.
Yeah, and then I'm even.
Same now, Zina, Tina is on
and soon, and I'm when you say, yes,
you're another phone. Ha, yeah, I ain't me uncle. Me as here, dear home area boy, yes, you are.
Okay.
We rested nicely. Everything was fine.
All right.
And our problem, Biana.
Oh, was me curious about. I'm to say.
I'm afraid one I was when your problem and I'll defeat them. Okay, your problem. Is there room to be here?
And then I may put in a bed to know.
Now, it's not your charge 4:30.
Me probably not compared to McKay.
What?
My Huragun is not Canadian. Kabako Paddy. Mum headache.
Is there room to be here?
Wendy.
Or those who are born
again. Oh, Chinua. Oh. Wendy.
And then another crime from company.
Oh, some do him camp.
You're crying, you know, Pecker. Who perceive me? C300.
Mercedes Benz. When you move,
my boss is C300.
Back when they hammered it up.
Sonata. This is not a hello. Of the C300 is really C300 fast. Go Yanko. Officially Champions League match day 1 year. And say career Champions League now. Say na table net here. Frankfurt would have top on goal difference. Paris Saint-Germain, Club Brugge, Sporting CP, Union XG, Bayern Munich, Arsenal, and Inter. Now Manchester City would have been on the other side. Omonkakobo players and Sanoma Koram. Man City, Qarabag, Liverpool, Barcelona, Real Madrid, Tottenham, Dortmund, Juventus, Bodo Glimt, Leverkusen, Copenhagen, Slavia Prague, Olympiacos, Pafos, Atleti, Benfica. Omanko automatically ke yo me free momon ko menino. Marseille, Newcastle, Villarreal, Chelsea, PSG, Ajax, Athletic Club, Napoli, Creati Amat, Monaco, Galatasaray, and Atalanta. And Kajuma nesia mom.
Indeed, the Champions League is not for the week. Whoa, Mrenko. Think about qualify. Young God, young community.
A match they want.
Mati.
Don't be too quick.
Mati.
On Wednesday, I want us to touch on what happened on Wednesday before we go on to another match. On Wednesday, games the DK coursing was Olympiacos versus Pafos 0-0, Slavia Prague versus Bodo Glimt 2-2, Ajax Amsterdam and Inter Amulusi 2-0. Very, very interesting match. Of course, the big one on Wednesday was Chelsea game against Bayern Munich. There were some interesting things which I'll tell you about. Also, match Chelsea, any Bodo Glimt, Chelsea, any Bayern Munich, and then the loss that he suffered over there. I think that Chelsea in some level of reality check. Say Champions League no mukakobono. It won't be easy. Say, oh yeah, Chelsea fan, maybe you'll be happy because it has come on match day 1. And your match day 7, 8, I will pay win their qualifier. Maybe that would have been more difficult for you. But match day 1 gives Enzo Maresca and Mantiero some time to learn on the job. And then, of course, I got 7 more games. It would say, tossing they keep on saying, say, I come 7 more games to go to Godwin. See, the things I learned from this game, one of them is the fact that in the Champions League, Rich, it's about moments. So when your moment not to take care, if somebody else gets those moments, they can really take advantage of those moments and they will hurt you. Now, why am I saying this? Social game media. In the first opening of the game, and I want to run you through it. Not Chelsea never now. First 15 minutes. And when you see a camera, I say, Bayern for no press, they friend out of possession, on all opinion, very good. It's Chelsea must struggle kakra. Which Chelsea got those moments in the first opening minutes, and I want you to join me. These are GIFs. Chelsea already have ball if you the two centre backs have opened up. They try to split the ball and build. Which in some building, you know, Chelsea tries to build if you they're not on the corner. Should be buying for a boxing Chelsea for them. In that area, they boxed it. But in the first 60 minutes, Chelsea were able to go through this press and the person they focus on this side of the press. But yeah, and then red, I color on them. Immediately Chelsea were able to go through that area. No? Which they get a bench friend to power a dangerous area like this. And when you're buying for them, in this point, and you 3v2. But as a Chelsea for the chances now, from then they begin to go wrong. It became Joao Pedro versus Dario Upamecano, Joao Pedro versus Jonathan Tah. Those battles on any day will be won by those two centre backs.
Sure.
More aggressive. All of the 3 goals Chelsea conceded were from self-inflicted wounds. One short corner kick, and a Chelsea for Bayern for Nebo went wide area, all goal from Trevor Chalobah. Then of course, Abantia friend Moses Caicedo turned over. And a Bayern for Ninya because almost pressing a Bayern friend Marco Correa from the left hand side. Caicedo went into a tackle and it didn't go on well for him and we got a penalty. It doesn't mean it's a Bayern for now mobile. Bayern for the first match Chelsea for mistakes now. It was not a bad game, but again, I think Enzo Maresca has a lot to learn from some match, you know, in terms of even the substitution and Yoma Bebre. Of course, Chelsea have lost that game. 7 more games to go. And the focus now is on Saturday. We move on from Wednesday match, you know. And there will be, of course, another Thursday match, of course.
Maybe so we member. You we are.
Oh, Bika.
Yeah, we are.
Oh, Bika.
Yeah.
Are they? Let's competition.
Matches the doors.
But the competition will be, so you don't have to say anything.
I say, man, okay.
What competition? See, I did to me last season. Last season, you catch him and say, "Men catch champions in 2 minutes."
But maybe I know be doing come on.
But now you were preventing me.
Chelsea and Bobby, but what discussing Champions League competition here, Bobby?
It's
the other name made your ban. And today we are. And the games indoors to be person in time to be.
By sitting in the bus again. Now we are now doing.
I need to come.
In general, at the Etihad Stadium, Napoli for the Kopie. It was the return of Scott McTominay, Kevin De Bruyne back to Manchester. For Scott McTominay playing against team and many rivals when he was in Manchester, and for Kevin De Bruyne it was to his team and Casa. Or it didn't go well for Kevin De Bruyne. Any Abanti friend Antonio Conte. What do you say? One of the things that Antonio Conte and he say, oh, we need league and so Bobo Papa we are. Europe he doesn't succeed. He doesn't play very well there. So it looks as if this is a season where Antonio Conte wants to play well in Europe and then really stamp his authority. But he didn't start on a good note. Only the red card from Abanti friend Di Lorenzo, and of course Abanti friend Erling Haaland, Mbogumi, the first goal, and Jeremy Doku made it 2-0, which that means that Abanti friend Erling Haaland has scored 50 goals in the Champions League, and is the fastest of any player to score 50 goals in the Champions League. It started in his days at Leipzig, then went on to Dortmund, and then of course to Tima, your friend of Manchester City, where he has been very, very successful, scoring a lot of goals. Private video for one is Erling Haaland, their machine, and you too.
I sometimes say, "What is TV now? I have a robot with a
machine. More than too much.
Oh, your cash will be a modern day striker.
Yeah.
OBP.
Do we obey running? Yeah.
Obey running, very, very sweet.
The boss.
Share when you man, I know. Born in your turn anymore or the back. Son and I do.
Yeah, I know that show.
Yeah,
Born in your
modern day striker.
Yeah.
Erling Haaland.
I say 50 goals. Bit me beating Ronaldo, Messi, Robert Lewandowski.
Imagine you Haaland.
Yeah.
And now Hurricane movie.
Yeah.
Or this Manchester United team.
Oh, senior. Now Haaland now
for
and yeah, now Manchester United is about remove here. Beat Champions League come Manchester United. Unim Haaland ni Hurricane who got to Benjamin Sesko. Why do you do this to yourself?
Punchline number 1. Young Quay. You throw me the agua. Open Jimmy so Barcelona went to Tyneside. Ada Ekofo Biza say
Afi Tyneside. Newcastle. Newcastle is in the northeast of England, and there is a river there called the Tyne River, and so it's the whole area is called the Tyne District. And Obi of you went for us, okay, I'm if we Tyneside. So Barca went to Tyneside, which is the northeast of England, and now we all expected that the game was going to be a little bit tough for them. But Rich, after the game, certain things have come out that makes me understand that when you're a coach, you need to learn adaptation. And then now, if you listen to Hansi Flick after the game, you listen to the likes of Bruno Guimaraes and the likes, it is clear that Barca really adapted to the game. Bruno Guimaraes say Barcelona are an annoying team. They always want to keep possession and never get tired of controlling the ball. They make you lose your nerves. You don't touch the ball, so you get physically drained and exhausted. When you finally get it, you don't use it well because you are tired.
Perfect description.
Yeah.
Pedri guy in there. Kofi. Pedri. Onimbo pododo.
This is a Pedri need Jude Bellingham.
Oh, Kofi me mommy in this uncle money.
Yeah. Madrid for no
mommy uncle.
Is it not just
exceptional?
Is it not just in a particular part of the pitch?
No.
And a Pedri exceptional.
Pedri onibibia. Genius.
But say Jude Bellingham say more goals than assists, no.
Now Pedri wouldn't go there.
Yes, but not as much as Jude. Who shares our numbers now?
No, Jude no. Oh yeah. So what did Jude compare with his Pedri? Jude is more of all Borussia Dortmund associate goals. Pedri ni born the bar me
exactly. Anytime say it's not just exactly. Anytime make say it's not with one part of the play as a midfielder, because I've said it over here. So I don't think there's a more complete midfielder. All phases of play. See, listen. Anthony Gordon said, to be honest, we are not used to playing against players who keep the ball in this way. Yes, we have faced Chelsea, Man City, Liverpool before, but they were never like this. You see, before these games started, I predicted that two things will happen. The predicted said, Nipa obetinyama the opponents no abo ono ne ball. It ever say Newcastle Barca ball ono Newcastle ball. Newcastle beshe. Say Barca Newcastle ball no more beshe. In the first 15 minutes, Newcastle were successful in letting Barca play their ball. Because Newcastle were pressing, they were aggressive. Hansi Flick say before I'm prepared for match, you know, or catch any players and say they should make sure say omun concede in the first 20 minutes. Now he likened it to the Inter Milan game. It no matter what team my friend Newcastle for them, they should be calm and control the game in the middle of the park, and that's how they'll be successful. Which in the first 15 minutes, the Newcastle press yielded no 100% result, but a man to the golden chance that he could have finished off. He did not. And also about Kubia, I think that Juan Garcia, Oboko the side. Which that's I keep on telling you, the Champions League is our moment too.
Sure.
And if you get a moment and you pick them up, that is what makes you stand out as a team. Which he spoke about Pedri right after the 15 minutes. When they had a Pedri in Koedi, Mama Kacho say, I am so much in love with Frankie and what he brings to that Barcelona team. Everything he does on the ball, off the ball, the control, Frankie the young baby, it is literally the best. And I think they say, two of our profiles, no? Physical specimens are almost too aggressive, but then almost our control, almost technical ability, and almost also want the calmness to calm down the gamer. Which I want to give me a day, man, Newcastle for them.
Champions League night, it's clear. And maybe I say a discussion. A competition, one, so one time, Bobia. Ube Bobia. Like, oh, you're naive because this is your first time.
Yeah.
And Ebasa, teams with Barcelona and Real Madrid at this level, they know the competition. And so when Newcastle born on the Barcelona bona, Senenya Barcelona be quiet. The other teams are failing on Mobota. If you can make your show best 7. But Barcelona at this level, Champions League no they know how to play it.
Yeah.
It means I never was at a point. Now Newcastle yet will make me be there, but Omuti on
And it's also about the same moment I can once say Marcus Rashford, 2 moments. One aerially, and then boy from a very, very tight angle. Or say technique because we are practicing from Colabema.
That's what buying trademark.
Also, we are practicing from Colabema, so the technique is not a problem. The issue was when to get the confidence and go and kick Sabon, and he did it, and he scored that goal. 2 goals, on a night where Barca needed somebody was Marcus Rashford. I've said it here. Say Barca will get very, very good use of a branch friend Marcus Rashford because he is hungry. It's a player be able to beat Barcelona. Now say a common general. Ochire Yasin is a good player. These are the times that they step up. And then now, in the absence of Lamine Yamal, it was no Lamine, no problem. No Lamine, no problem for our branch friend Marcus Rashford. And then he got a job done. See, congratulations to them. Barca, I take you on my first sleep away from home. Now go in front of Mundo and his spotter. I'm for Rashford, so a killer Rashford. And then now he got a job done. All around display, Juan Garcia, Jules Koundé, Pedri, Gavi, and one of Marcus Rashford. Even when he said, one person have been very critical of Gerardo Martin. I remember saying, Barca should find a better replacement for Alejandro Balde because Gerardo Martinez has been good. In 2 games, I think the Vallecano game and a couple of games, even in the league, since Alejandro Balde prior, Gerardo Martinez has been good. In the first half, was a little bit jitchy, but in the second half, when the team started to play, Gerardo was good. Again, Hansi Dieter Flick understood the assignment. When he said, one of the big questions of Dieter Flick going into our match, and I want to explain to you more, and he said, who come match against Newcastle Rich with 2 centre backs and 1 elbow? Are you playing Christiansen with Kubasi or you are playing Arao with Kubasi? And I kept on saying, you play Arao because who have physicality, who have the enemy and deal better than Ben, Fabian, Sham, Etinyako, and also the smartness of Hansi Dieter Flick to reduce the line kakra. Who's the bass and bomb on normal high line? Only reducing line kakra just to make sure they can deal with the pace of Abrante friend Antonio Elanga because Rich Elanga on any day will worry any high line. Very pacey, very direct, and it was always going to hit it. Rich, Champions League match they won and I think these 2 gentlemen obviously Obiakom Wasem. People focus too much on Pedri. He's the wizard, but for me, the master brain is the Dutchman, Frankie de Jong.
Me share Marcus Rashford and say, is it the Marcus Rashford that no Manchester? And this is a new Marcus Rashford na me no.
But it was Mutim when I'm more struggle. It's the whole Manchester United team is struggling. So if Marcus struggles there, it's normal. And
no, why is it that player be a free team ma okwa no excelling? But in the Manchester team,
because the team in itself is struggling. So I see they didn't come about environment.
Environment.
Which who said Mr. We underestimate the importance of a settled team. Marcus Rashford. I will free Manchester United, Echo Barcelona. Barcelona is a settled team. Urbano. There are people when you have the first goal of Marcus Rashford. There have been games of boy. Yes, there have been games of boy. Some Barca fans say that I think one of those league games said he's not doing well. Even in the first half, I saw tweets from Barca fans not happy about him. But because it's a settled team, there isn't too much worry. Other people take some of the stress. But Manchester United, he is the main guy in a team that is struggling. Obebre. Manchester United team there, Breda. No, see, Rich, Marcus Rashford broke onto the scene at age 17. We forget this. Carrying Manchester United from somewhere around the age 19. United, Bressa, let's get in coach, way born a left, way born a centre forward. He has gone through it. So getting a settled team like this was for him. And again, so what the former rules to actually see him. In the English media, you are super brave. So this was a big chance for him to prove to everybody and say, Musi Newcastle, may the boss about the edge, man. And I think that congratulations to him. Sometimes in life, when you by force say foul her, and foul her, go somewhere else. Maybe you have foul him.
Me yes say.
Ochina ye the Ghana to soba. 4:30. Left hand side. Cha.
Me yes say environment need that toxic. MA players need to be more. You wouldn't say problem you but we need to figure it out.
Is that not the toxic, the environment that's not favorable? Or the way you see toxic, but not favorable.
How?
which now how no dey me how I know I'm not there, but then the players that come from there are thriving elsewhere.
I'm trying, but me to be place me hand on it.
Scott McTominay.
Look at players every Manchester.
Yeah, Rashford Haaland just last weekend.
Players when now were there, but still now no me to be more.
Anthony.
So what happened?
Environment is not favorable.
Environment na day, there na.
That's what we need. I mean,
Kofi. Yetim there na, yetim there na. Environment na day. Sabi you chase can na day.
That's the guy they want to treat. It's the guy they want to treat. But I mean, it's just not good enough in terms of.
Me feel as a team na home. Yen tina na yen share problem no.
What's the problem, Rich?
I don't know. I try, but I can't place my hand on it. Seriously.
Ochina, I'm only messing up 3 back now.
I was wondering also the philosophy on Sunday and Sunday. It was born and yeah, personal and Yabesano. But personal no one Yabesano. Shall go to place who was in Pamo.
What's my escana?
Oh, possibly.
Yeah. After Bayern, any day.
From the yes, young Bayern team.
And the Bayern game Musiare.
Oh, young said Chelsea. What are coming from the flanks? Flanks. Men for born in Fifi.
There's a
Chelsea who are in the Nani in Fifi.
James in a Yonum. Kukrea Hono.
Baby, you're Montempa. Unya, Olise type. Oh, Timua.
That's all. Now, teams only Olise type.
Oh, Kofi.
Why do you listen?
Daddy Guamo. What do you want, man? Give him the ball. What's now, baby? Olise, man, simple. Yeah. What do you want, man? No, to train. We also say Chelsea much nye. For born for wings. Because if you are the head, the ambassador.
Chelsea,
honye. Adara biayu. I travel chaluba. Minute. Just for born ko. It does so much show man abeshe. Inti Ochinano, we are trying as much as possible to do something about your neighborhood.
Okay.
Yeah, inform 3 no. Okay. At least umutri eye niema ya. Possibly you better as Chelsea.
Okay.
Yeah, you better
more confidence on Beshe.
Oh, from the Bayern game, yes, Shianema Bibri. Don't attack Chelsea or Mayford. Intimi. What if I born 4 flanks?
Ain't fan of Befa. Flanks on them.
Is it also Kukuya or bread?
It's here they are
bread. Kukuya bread.
What's it?
It's your hand you use.
We use a white ears on them now.
That's what Lisa actually.
Now Bayern game now will be bigger.
What's it?
Bayern game now will be bigger.
Bayern game no.
Aye.
Oh, say Moka say you know FIFA Club World Cup no. Na mo pe Bayern. Any am for Bayern mamu ne mamu PSG.
Yankazi pe Bayern.
Oh, tie. Enti mo pe some chom bibi kakra. Awatiwa.
Aye. Eno mo match re.
Ko fe mu dimi no mo.
How much re? 3-1. Aye, 3-1. Omo win match, omo bobo, omo ya.
3-1.
Yeah, they did very well.
They are very mo level.
Yeah,
Champions League go finya kasa o.
Now the PSG
a different competition altogether.
PSG no need that top level dada.
Oh yeah.
PSG no need top level.
And PSG now on the boy.
You Bissau say.
And here FIFA Club World Cup.
Okay,
and I'm more of a pre-season tournament too. And a competition.
Okay, Mate.
And the honor as will be able to prepare and have a good season.
Mate.
And you won't say that your players on book game ni gidi. Everything I'm to say PSG no. And then. So we share PSG in the Champions League on Bashamo.
Okay.
On Bashamo.
And it's about to be share by 5.
Nah. Mumu group no dey me pity you guys oh. I pity you guys. We to share PSG. We to share Barcelona. Ebia teams no mun share any experience in the Champions League no. The meet your ball draw be win be. But Barcelona, PSG, Bayern no na be share mu na we.
Okay.
Inexperience they show too much. Champions League na kakra mun share no boni. Why? Monsieur Boni.
But and what's almost starting saying?
Oh, yeah, Bashamo. China, there's some chamo trek, no. Yeah, Basham by us, chamo crab, and fast with the Bashamo. To go for a code to Dana, yen to us from Mama. How
messages to me and uncle.
And some of make cabins as a mirror, you say, or Ben's a good fellow.
It says it.
Now the rev is in the Corbett.
Yeah.
Men in the Corbett say, so I catch him to know the car. So you should bench. And also, my family make can and I say, buy an end to me and share Chelsea. How they barbecue. And then I'm out to buy a year money, dear mammy. And to become refuses, I'm more bench or crack. And good fellow, Miss Rowe. So I want to be from my Fasuma. Since the Miami movie ran on Majidia. no me gene fast na inko fa code ni tu jana hala wi no me to aso
but rich now you say 2 hours from last week and still they be boys ni bia no mu dio nti really so if you are not staking there then it's up to you because people keep on winning obiaya also nyamisha ni ade so it's up to you and now 14 odds and a boy and a 5 odds 2 codes and a boy nti really you should take advantage of it and then Monday and then Friday sorry and that from some of the games in the Spanish La Liga Italian Serie A baby or one of them it is already so be tried I'm so ready so no for pen or paper BW125 E3 E74 in the first one second one a BW125 E3541 third one a BW125 E2A14 next one a BW125 B18FA which nyakano oko all of Fifi man for social media handles na be now on Facebook, Twitter, every place you get it with us.
Okay. And so yeah, that's it.